Today I'm wanting to plant some sweet potatoes, and I've got all the different stages of sweet potato slips already set up behind me. So I thought I would show off how I do this. Should be a pretty quick, simple video. Just in a cardboard box with a trash liner in it, I put some dirt and I put sweet potatoes and I cover them about halfway. Water it, and eventually you start getting some slips coming up, these little sprouts. And whenever these sprouts get to about 6 inches, like most of these are, you can break them off. Then all you have to do is put them in a cup of water, like so. And after maybe 4 or 5 days in your windowsill, they'll have some pretty decent roots on them. And after a week and a half to 2 weeks, they'll have even longer roots on them. Your cup will just be full of roots if you have enough slips. I like to keep 1 cup going for about a week and then start filling another cup. And then whenever the cuttings come out of the oldest cup, I just start filling up the one that gets emptied and keep the cycle going. Because 1 potato will give you, in my experience, dozens of slips. I mean, this one alone has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 6 or maybe 7, and I've picked dozens off of it already. Once they get to this stage where the roots are nice and long and they can absorb some moisture and nutrients from your soil, I like to plant my sweet potato slips about a shovel length apart, a hand trowel, and that's about 14 inches. I don't think that it's super important to get it precise. I know nature doesn't do that, so I'm not too worried about doing it myself. I think nature could probably do it better than I can. I just set the handle of my trowel next to the last plant, turn up the handle, and dig down into the soil. And then, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I pull back the soil a bit, and I take my sweet potato slip, put it a little deeper than that. Then I snug the dirt back around the slip. And that's 1 new sweet potato vine. I do offset rows all the way across my bed. Got 1 here, move forward, got 1 there, and then on a diagonal I've got 1 there. We'll just keep planting them about like this all the way across the bed. They really couldn't be simpler to plant. They honestly couldn't be a whole lot easier to propagate. It's not like with Irish potatoes where you plant this whole potato and then more comes up. You're doing yourself a disservice if you put that into the ground, because you could get way more plants spread way further out. And the more room they have, the bigger they're gonna get, because they're gonna have more nutrients. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant this out, and I'll show you the result. That was pretty simple. That took me less than 8 minutes to fill in all the gaps that are in this bed. I even went ahead and threw some mulch down. Just a thin layer of leaves. But this whole bed is planted in with sweet potatoes now. I know generally it takes about 100-120 days to get sweet potatoes to actually yield from a slip. But here in Texas, particularly in, I think, zone 7B, I know zone 7 something, we should have plenty of warm days. And these slips have been in the ground for at least a month. So we should have plenty of sweet potatoes coming up. If we don't get as many as we're hoping for, well, next year I know to do things a little sooner and do them more in bulk. Today is the 1st of June, 120 days. We could call that July, August, September, October. That's probably about when we'll get a freeze. We actually might not get one till the end of October for that matter, so I'm thinking that we ought to get some good tuber formation. At any rate, hope you enjoyed watching. Plenty more to come. And you'll see these eventually in one of my garden updates, alongside all the other wonderful stuff that I'm going to be harvesting and eating on over the summer. It's about to be a busy season between putting leaves on the ground and running wood through the wood chipper, harvesting beans and corn and more corn. It's looking like a great season to garden, and the fruits of my labor definitely seem worth it to me. You can't beat a fresh green bean straight out of the garden. And you can't beat walking around in a garden looking at all your hard work. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.